So hi everybody, welcome to my channel and thank you for waiting for so long for this video. Today we'll be talking about how to apply in Big Fours and especially in EY. So I'll share my personal experience first and then I will explain you how you can apply for the same, considering that after the September 24 results there are not much vacancies updated anywhere. But don't worry, I'll tell you about the methods that you can apply, and I really wish that you make it to the Big Fours. So I got shortlisted by EY Bangalore, where I work now, and KPMG Mumbai. So let me tell you first how things went for me. I had applied in the EY pre-result drive that was conducted in June 2024, right after the May 24 exams of CA Intermediate. And I only had one interview. That was right after 4 days of the results announcement on 11 July. My interview was on 15 July. I took one interview and I made it to EY Bangalore. They asked me in October if I was still available. And because I had stayed patient and I used to cold email my HR every week, so I made it. Now talking about KPMG Mumbai, firstly in EY Bangalore I did not have any reference, okay. So for KPMG Mumbai, there was a vacancy for concurrent audit. What I did was I sent that vacancy to a director and I asked him to refer me, and he did. So in KPMG Mumbai, I had a strong reference, okay. Then I had two HR interviews on the phone, and then I had one interview which was a technical interview, supposed to be a technical interview, but it came out to be a CV related interview, okay. That is why I constantly tell you all that make sure that you know your CV well, because sometimes the interviews in Big Fours are completely based upon your CV, and that interview lasted for 25 odd minutes. So I can guarantee you that if you know your CV well, your interview will be sorted. Alright, so that is the entire process about how it went with KPMG. Then I had my last interview, okay, but it was a very final interview. It was with the director or partner only, and unofficially it was a yes, okay. I was told that unofficially it is a yes, and this was some formality. So even the joining date was decided, but since the EY's offer was before than the KPMG offer, so I got into EY, okay. I accepted their offer and I had rejected KPMG just before the the final round, okay. So that is how I applied. Most of you ask what was my experience and my journey. So I have shared my journey separately with you, but I have never talked in a crisp manner, and I've never shared about KPMG Mumbai. So that's what I'm sharing. For those who don't know me, I work as an article assistant at EY Bangalore in UB City office, and my domain is statutory domain, okay. And I basically am from Chandigarh. I have relocated here for my articleship only. So now let's talk about how to apply in any Big Four. So first let's talk about two phases. There is a pre-results phase and there is a post-results phase. I have already talked about the pre-results phase in my video, which is 1.5 months, what to do in the 1.5 months before your results are out, okay. So you can check out that, but since your results are already out, this video is relevant for you for now. So the first method is cold emailing the HRs. Now what happens in that, you constantly mail some HR IDs which are available everywhere on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp groups, articleship related groups, and even Telegram. So what you can do is, I have posted on my profile twice the email IDs of the HRs. If you're not able to find it, please message me on LinkedIn and I'll post separately about it also. Now let's talk about when you should email and how many times in a week you should email. See, I think ideally you can choose one day of every week, that is Monday, okay. At 10 a.m. start mailing. So what I used to do is, I used to take the entire week to have the drafts ready, and exactly at 10 a.m. between 10 to 10:30 a.m. I used to mail everybody, okay. So that way I did not have to correct every time location, company, because in my cover letter I had two places where I had mentioned the company's name, and the location also, and the domain also. So I had to edit it every time. Okay, and sometimes I had to write dear sir, then sometimes dear madam, and if there was a name which was confusing that it's a guy's or a girl's name, I used to write dear manager, okay, or something like that. So this is how you should email. Okay, like I've told you the procedure: one day fix, preferably Monday. If you want to mail twice a week, see, it is not recommended to mail more than once a week, but if you want to, you can mail twice also. Do not mail every day. Okay, I've seen people who say that we mail every day. Don't do that. Okay, you will be straight away put to spam, so please don't do that. Mail once a week, it's fine. Now once or twice, it's your choice, but 10 a.m. make sure you mail between 10 to 11 a.m. okay, not after that. If you have missed a day, suppose you missed Monday for some reason, mail the next day, Tuesday. Okay, it's not a problem for that matter. So the first thing is cold emailing the HRs. I'll tell you a very interesting story. I got a call from EY Bangalore only. That was in September ending 2024, but that was for some other domain. And the HR started the conversation with, Anshika, there is a vacancy that came out of nowhere. Somebody just left the organization. So I found your CV in my emails. And then I checked that particular HR's mail. Okay. And I found out that, yeah, I used to mail her every Monday. So that is why I'm telling you that I have tried all the methods, and that's why I'm, making a flowchart for you all, that where to apply, how to apply. Okay. So this is tried and tested. Okay. Now the first method is completed here. The second method is to simply ask for referrals. Now, the referral system in every company is such that if an article trainee is referring you, there is no guarantee that you will even have a chance that the HR will even see your CV. Okay? So that is not the case. Do not ask any article trainees to refer you. That is why even when you guys message me on LinkedIn or mail, I always tell you that please ask some senior post. If in case you are not getting any references till the end, just message me, I'll refer you. Okay. So, but a senior post, like, a senior past member, maybe a partner, director, senior manager, senior associate, consultant, all these people, if they refer you, at least the first interview is guaranteed. Okay. Now I'll explain you how the referral system works. Firstly, let's talk about how you ask for a referral. So how you ask for a referral is, first, you draft a message that is to be sent to all the directors, partners on LinkedIn. Okay. How to do that? Use formal language. Introduce yourself first. I am Anshika Jaiswal from Chandigarh, pursuing BCom honors from so and so college, and it will end in this: I cleared my CA intermediate in the second attempt in May 2024 with so marks. And then you can mention that I wish to join your esteemed organization, or the name of the organization, EY, whatever you want. This referral can work for any Big 10 organization also. It is not just restricted to Big 4s. Then you can just mention that I want to join this domain and in this location. Then you can also mention that I'm willing to relocate if suppose I am first from Chandigarh. So I mailed them, I messaged them with my preference order, like Chandigarh, Delhi NCR, Bangalore, like that. So I had no location preference, but I had a domain preference, alright. So you message like that. Then the next step comes. In the ending, you can just mention that any recommendations or sharing of my CV to the hiring team would be really helpful for my journey ahead. Thank you in advance. I am attaching the CV for your reference. Okay, attach your CV along with. Do not message hi and then they will reply. Okay, and they might not reply. So it is better to put one message along with your CV. Okay, it's not at all intimidating. Okay, when you message them directly, it is a professional platform. That is how you message. Okay, you don't have the time ki wo pehle reply karenge and then you will further ask. So don't do that. So that is how you ask for a reference. Now the most common question is, when you ask for a reference, वो director मिलेगा कहाँ से? I cannot tell you कि कौन सा director कहाँ का है, because even I don't know. Okay, just because I'm a part of the organization doesn't mean that I know everything. I have just joined and I haven't even met my partner yet. Okay, I just know कि मेरी ये team है, ठीक है, मेरा ये assistant manager है, I just know that. उसके अलावा I am new to everything. Okay, now how to search for any LinkedIn partner director? You just have to put on the LinkedIn search icon the search box, just mention director or EY director location, suppose Pune. So you search like that, okay? Then this is how you search for directors, partners, anybody you want, okay? Or what you can do is, if suppose your free LinkedIn search is exhausted, so what you can do is click on any director, and then when you scroll down, you will find similar profiles. Then you will find a lot of directors of the same organization or any other big four. Send out connection requests if you don't have a LinkedIn premium, and wait for them to accept the request, message them, okay? That's about how to ask for a reference. Now further, references can take two places, okay? First is they refer you via the portal. So you get a mail from the organization that you were referred by so and so person for so and so position. That is the first method, which usually is used. But second method is something which the senior authorities use. They don't go via the portal method. They just send your CV directly to the hiring team, or maybe to the HRs in their team, okay? Now this is where the interesting part comes in. If you say that दीदी ये तो बहुत easy है, आपका डायरेक्टर होगा, आप हमें बता दो, वो भेज देंगे हायरिंग टीम को, देखो ऐसा नहीं होता. When I was hired, my HR was from Kolkata and I was from Chandigarh. So a Chandigarh student was talking to the HR of Kolkata, and she was the one who was handling hiring for EY Bangalore. So you never know which HR is hiring, okay? That is why we say cold email as many HRs as you can, okay? Now, talking about the very fact that if a director is sending directly to the HR, that has more chances, okay? And when I talk about my KPMG experience, so the director had sent my CV directly to the HR, okay? Because I did not receive any mail from KPMG, so it meant that only, okay? That is how you get referred. Now the last method, the third method, which is the simplest of all, okay? And that is how I made it to EY, which is the portal method. So every company has a careers portal, okay? For EY, you can just search on EY careers portal and you will find the career portal. Make sure you're clicking on India, not GDS or anything else. KPMG India only, and similarly for other companies as well. Then you will find a search box. Now I'm going to share with you something which rarest of rare people will tell anybody. Every big four organization has a different word or terminology that they use for article trainees. Nobody uses article trainees, and that is why half the population that clears the CA intermediate doesn't get into big fours. Firstly, for EY, it is intern. For PwC, it is associate or article assistant. For Deloitte, it is associate as well, or article assistant sometimes. It is also fixed term hire करके कुछ audit assistant. That job vacancy I've also checked once for Deloitte. Last is KPMG, which is staff accountant. Okay, all these terms are used by the big fours to hire article trainees under ICAI. If I talk about big sixes, so GT and video both have article trainee or article assistant. Okay, so when you type on their careers portal, you will find that particular job ID or wherever there's a vacancy. Talking about the other big tens, see for Nangi, I'm sure that it's article trainee only. But in any other case, there will be similar terms: article trainee, article intern, okay, article assistant, something like that. So don't worry. These are all the terms. इसके बाहर और कुछ नहीं है. This is an exhaustive list. Okay. Now we have talked about all the three methods. Let's talk about how the procedure of your hiring goes. In every company, there are 4 or 5 steps that happens. Okay, I'll tell you a broad view first, and then I'll tell you for what particular organization what happens. The first is a very simple, which is the HR round. Once your CV gets shortlisted, the HR, which will be your HR for the entire hiring process. So any questions you have, call her, mail her. Mailing is the better option than calling directly, unless it is very urgent and she is not replying to you since a week. Or if it is very urgent, she hasn't replied for 2 days, call her. Now, talking about if the HR calls you, what will she ask? She will ask you very basic questions, okay? She will ask you, introduce yourself, okay, your educational background, somewhat questions like which domain do you want to apply, because they want to make sure that you really want this domain or not. Okay, so मेरी तरह मत करना, मुझे तो याद ही नहीं था कि मैंने कौन से डोमेन के लिए अप्लाई करा है, मुझे किसके लिए कॉल आ रहा है. तो आई यूज्ड टू फर्स्ट कास्ट देम and then they used to be like, अच्छा आपको यही नहीं पता आपने किसके लिए अप्लाई करा है. So please don't do that mistake like me. And when they ask you for location, be precise. Do not say pan India like I used to say. Just tell them your preferred location, because you never know वो call कहाँ से आया. Okay, so if you're applying to multiple locations, multiple domains, be very sure about your answer. Okay, you can tell them that I am fine with Delhi or Bangalore if you have 2 locations, and I am fine with any of the assurance domains if you have 2 domains, or if you have GST and direct tax domain you want, then just mention taxation domain. Okay, and I'll tell you a very interesting answer whenever you need to tell them that which why do you want this domain, okay, or something like that if they question you. Now that is the first round, which is the HR round. Okay, this is not something which decides the further course of your action. This is basically something which confirms to you that yeah, you have been shortlisted. Now the further hiring will go. Okay, then the second round is your technical round. All right, I will come to the assessment test of other Big Fours also, but please just listen to the procedure first, the general procedure first. So then you have your technical round, in which all the questions regarding your domain are asked. Okay, for some domains like risk advisory and stat audit to some extent, there are questions asked from other domains also. Okay, accounting standards are asked in every domain. Audit specifically will be asked in assurance. Tax specifically will be asked in tax domains, but mostly what happens is in risk advisory a lot of TDS, TCS, GST questions are asked. Okay, that is your technical round. Then comes your partner round, director round, slash होता है बीच में. There are some cases जहाँ पे फिर director round होता है, फिर partner round भी होता है. Okay, so there they can ask you anything. They can ask you managerial questions. They can ask you something about time management. They can ask you anything about the subject. Okay, why do you want to be in this company and all that. Okay, this is a very standard question. What are your strengths and weaknesses? This can also be asked in a technical round. Okay, the technical round can also be about some managerial questions, like it was for me in KPMG Mumbai, where I was only asked questions about my CV. Okay, so ऐसे rounds भी होते हैं at the second level. That is a broad overview for every Big Four organization, even Big Sixes. Let's talk about the assessment test link. So what happens is companies like KPMG, they release an assessment test which is released right after your results are out, and you apply in that test and then you get shortlisted. Okay, if mostly that test link is in the public domain. In case it's not, ask for references from the top managers वगैरह. They will send that test link on your mail. That will be personalized. Okay, sometimes it's personalized, but as far as I remember, in May 24 attempt, we had that link in the public domain. I don't think it is in the public domain now. You give that test, then the hiring process starts. The HR calls you. Now talking about the assessment link of EY and PwC that I have heard of. What happens is, for some locations, they send you the test link also. Okay, but for EY Bangalore statutory audit, I'm very sure there was no assessment test link. But for other locations, from my colleagues only and my friends also who are in Big Fours, they told me that they used to get an assessment test link. Alright, so this is the entire procedure of how hiring is done in Big Fours. Okay, further you have a lot of documentation, pre-offer letter documentation, post-offer letter documentation, everything is there, which is very convenient. Okay, everybody helps you at the organization. It is nothing which you should be scared about, or something which you think that is going to be difficult for you. It's not. Okay, that is all for this video. Okay, and thank you everybody who was listening to me patiently. There might be more to it which I am not aware about, but whatever I am aware about, I have told you all. And if you like the channel, please subscribe, like and comment and share this video for the betterment of the CA fraternity. Also, if you want me to post similar videos, you want me to post about some doubts that you have, please comment down below and I'll definitely make some more videos and bring them out to you. Have a good day and all the best for your journey further. I really wish to see you all in EY or any other Big Fours or any organization for that matter. I just wish to see you all successful and future chartered accountants. Thank you and bye.